So I know you checked out the first topic already, so I'm gonna let you discuss it.
No, it's I have to discuss things. This was not what we said. Yes, the first topic. It was about fish who are addicted. The poor fish. So the problem is that our sewage systems, like our what are they called? Like how we clean the water that comes out of the sewers, they are not up to the task of filtering out any drugs or medicine or like most of the chemicals are not filtered out. So when people take drugs, just leisure drugs, they will end up in the urine and feces, and then they will end up in the wastewater. And then fish, they might be exposed to these drugs, and apparently fish like this, or like they get addicted to the drug. So it was interesting. Um, yes.
Yeah, it's an interesting story. Let me link it to you. It was on well the fun article on it was on BBC. Um,
Yes.
Saying about 269 million people worldwide use drugs each year. Um, and sewers are inundated with drugs that are excreted from the body, along with broken down chemical components, blah blah. Um, yeah, so they did a study in the Czech Republic where apparently people use methamphetamines. Um, well, used everywhere. A wild brown trout like methamphetamines. So yeah, that's
Yeah. So they like them, but here they actually they show that they like them after exposure. So
yeah,
if they
yeah,
are
yeah.
first kept in a tank with some methamphetamine inside, then afterwards they do. It's actually funny because they do. This is what I was wondering about. They do a place preference test. We do it with mice too,
Yeah.
like in
So
our
it's a
lab.
very
We do.
basic biological test
Yeah.
where you essentially just put an animal in an environment and it can choose if it wants to be in the left or the right environment. And yeah, the naive fish, the ones that have not been exposed to methamphetamine, they don't have a preference, but the ones that have been exposed really like the tank with drugs. So yeah, it's
Yes.
it suggests there are long-lasting effects, which is troublesome. Of course, it's something we already knew, and I guess anyone who has tried to beat an addiction in like smoking, um,
Or
even
anything.
years later, I've heard of people that relapsed, that picked up the addiction again. Apparently, being addicted to something, even for a short period, uh, can rewire your brain to really like whatever drug you're using. So, yeah, poor trout. We should perhaps be a little bit more careful what we put in our sewers.
Yeah, so I'm actually aware of this because of work. Because at work we are also forced to do biosafety course, and they tell you what you put in the sink like at our university. It is normal wastewater, and Sweden does not have the capacity to filter out all your stuff that you put in there. So you do not put any chemicals that are dangerous in the wastewater because, like, it's just going to the sea here. Like it's a thing. Yeah. So it's very, but it's good to be aware that even drugs you take will automatically end up in the wastewater.
Sad but true. Yeah. Right. So yeah, be careful what you do with your drugs. Don't flush them down the toilet, everyone. Just hand them in to your local police.
Yes. Also, leftover drugs is very important, of course.